Good morning to you. It is just about time for our Good Morning Show interview. We get to start a couple of minutes early, and we're going to need it because we're going to be talking about PJC and signing up to go back to school and everything else that has to do with that from Mr. Rob Stanley. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. What do you have to share with us about Paris Junior College?
Well, the first thing I want everybody to know is we are still registering for the fall. So come on, we're registering this week. And we'll be doing some registering next week. The fall classes start Monday, and we want everybody to just come on and sign up for some classes.
We, of course, have a Sulphur Springs campus. There's the original Paris Junior College campus, and there's Greenville?
Yes, we have a center in Greenville, the center here, and then main campus or the mothership in Paris.
Okay. And my goodness, the broad reach of classes that people can take now.
Yes, you bet. We offer academic transfer courses, and here on the Sulphur Springs campus, we've got a wide menu of classes that can lead to academic transfer, and we've got welding here, a strong welding program, and we have CAD classes, 3D printing, a 3D printer, and that's a growing program that we like. We also, PJC in general, we have nursing, that's a strong program. A surge tech program, a radiology program, cosmetology. Just come and visit with us, and I'll bet you we can find something that'll hit your interest.
You are very surprising. I met a young lady, talked to her, and she said she had graduated from a music education there.
Absolutely. We have a strong music program. It kind of centers out of the main campus, but if you're interested in that, then come and visit with us. We'll get you hooked up.
Rob, we remember you from so many roles that you played in Hopkins County education, and your dad.
Yes. He retired Superintendent Cumbie.
Okay.
And of course, I followed him into education. Now, growing up, I didn't want to get into education. Mom and Dad were both educators, and I was bound to determine that was not going to be what I did. But good Lord has other plans, and I do think that education is a calling. And whether you're at an ISD or at a community college, we have we're small, and we try and take care of our students. And that's the philosophy that we have at PJC. I wouldn't work there if we didn't. We really want to take care of folks and get them headed in the right direction.
Okay. So the first step is, for many, is starting classes when they're still in high school.
It is. We've got a strong dual credit program, and we work with all the local high schools here. We have some dual credit classes. A lot of times we have embedded instructors that are employees of the ISD, and then sometimes we send instructors out to kind of help facilitate those classes. And we do have some classes that come to the Sulphur Springs Center, and that way they kind of get the college feel and get to come out to the campus.
That's great. Then there's the students who graduate from high school and go right into college.
Absolutely. We have a lot of those students. And, PJC, the community college, they like that feel. They want to stay close to home. And another thing is, we are affordable. I think we are the 8th best rated tuition junior college in the state of Texas. And that comes from the Texas Higher Education Board, THECB, the coordinating board. And yeah, it's very, very affordable. I have 7 children, so from a dad's perspective, 3 of mine, the oldest 3 have all started at Paris Junior College and gotten what we would call the basics out of the way. And otherwise, Daddy would have been struggling, I think. So a lot of times we have students like that, and then I've got a lot of students that come in and they give us a story that they went straight to work, or a lot of times they think they can't. We have a lot of students in the area, or a lot of young people in the area that think they can't go to college, and that just isn't the case. We would urge them, come in and talk to us. We'll figure out a way. If that's what you have a desire to do, and that's what you feel, you want to improve your situation, or you're just interested in learning something new, then come and visit with us, and we'll figure out a way to make it happen.
So many get a job so that they have some income, and then they begin to think, now what is my career going to be?
Absolutely, yeah. And that is, we have a lot of people that sometimes they'll finish college and they come back and get some training to get a job. And, that's where our welding program, and we have truck driving is extremely a hot course of study, and it's very popular. And we have a dental assistant through continuing education, and a lot of the med aid through continuing education. Those continuing education classes, they're really built to target a concentrated study, and then you get right out from that and get into the workforce. So it's not as focused on academic transfer. It's really focused on getting a certificate and getting out and being employed. So we've got several programs like that.
Well, we can talk about people who are, approaching in the mid part of their life or their working years, and they want to change to something else or train for something else.
Absolutely. We've got several students that are like that. And in fact, a lot of times students like that are hesitant because they think they can't, or they think they can't fit it into their time, or they can't fit it into their budget. And that's where I say, come and talk to us, and we'll figure out a way. I was speaking to a young lady the other day, and she was like that, and she was kind of coming back to school. She had laid off about 15 years, and she was very, very nervous. And we got her signed up. She comes in about 10 minutes. We've got her approved at the college, and kind of walk her through and guide her through kind of what she wants to do. And we've got her signed up. She's super excited. She's going to start slow. She's going to take a class. But now, once she kind of builds on that momentum, then before you know it, she'll be through. And so that's exciting to do.
It's very encouraging through PJC. And one thing I want to ask, what about someone who is now a senior citizen and would like to just come back and take a class?
You bet. And we have a program for senior citizens where they can come and take a class, and we can a lot of times get that tuition waived or taken care of. Yes, specifically if there's room in the class. Now, if the class is full, we've got to work something else out. But the process of getting them admitted to the college and getting them signed up is the same, and then we send some paperwork over to main campus and help get the tuition taken care of. So yeah, we view that as a public service for the communities, and we absolutely want. Come on, there's no reason to not do it. And so if I could get the legendary Miss Enola Gay to come on down, we'd get you signed up for some classes. So.
I have definitely thought about doing that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's time in my life, I think. Well, so you are so inviting and so knowledgeable about PJC and have so much joy about it that I'm sure that this has a great effect on people who just have questions and they don't know if they can get their questions answered. They feel like they may be a little bit afraid of first day of school again.
Yes, and please don't feel that way. We are small. I mean, the Silver Springs campus is a small campus. We know our students, and they know us, and we get to know each other. And of course, we're doing face-to-face classes, even in the middle of this pandemic. And we are not requiring face masks, but we are strongly urging it. And of course, if things worsen, then we'll reevaluate because we want to take care of our students and we want to be safe. But we also recognize the importance of face-to-face instruction. And so we absolutely want to take care of folks. And like I said, I think education is a calling, and the people that I work with and I work for, they feel the same way. And we're in the people business. Yes, it's education, but we are in the people business, and that's how I view it.
I think it must be satisfying to you to find someone coming in, they want to go back to school, but they don't know. I mean, they may remember only what was available way back then, and they're surprised what you can offer. Absolutely, and
one of the programs out of main campus is a cybersecurity program, which is it's growing and it's vastly needed with many cyber attacks and as much computer computers have impacted our lives. So that's one that wouldn't have been around, a while back. And even, if you look at the equipment in our welding department, it's industrial welding that you're learning. So it's not just your regular old welder that you just kind of, what I would say, dirt daub. I mean, it's industrial type welding. And so, it's some good stuff. And it's a 3-semester program. So you get a certificate after the first semester, and then you could get a second certificate after the second, and then you complete it in the third. It could lead to actually an applied associate's degree. So it's an awesome program as well.
Tell us what you do for PJC.
You bet. I am the director here of the Silver Spring Center. I'm also the coordinator of dual credit, so I kind of can keep my hands in the high schools and kind of help them guide their students into higher education. I'm headed into year 5, and I love it.
And you have a strong background and a rich background in what you call the ISD teaching. You
bet. Yes, I started at North Hopkins ISD as a teacher and bus driver, and I was in the classroom for 15 years. And I moved, after 15 years, I moved into administration. I was the high school principal at North Hopkins for 5 years. And then I had the opportunity to move to PJC, and boy, it's been exciting. So, but like I say, my dual credit duties still allow me to kind of have my hand in the high schools as well. So
I know it's very important to reach out to all the kids, but then there are some who drift toward you because they question their future too.
Absolutely, yes, yeah, and that's just part of growing, and that's what we love to do is to help them explore and find, and it's a good transition as you move out of high school. Like you say, a lot of people have apprehension or they're nervous. And that is our forte, is kind of taking care of students like that.
We really admire Pam Anglin. She's been here so many, so many times with issues that have come up with the college, and how it is pushing forward to continue to serve even better.
Absolutely. Dr. Anglin has a great vision for the junior college, but she wants to keep it tied to the roots of the mission of a community college, and she has great vision and leadership, and I know the board does a great job in supporting her, and I'm very thankful to them for the opportunity, because I want Hopkins County and Silver Springs to be the very best that it can be. I mean, I live here too, and so I've raised my kiddos here, and so I'm very appreciative to them. Yes.
Well, in closing, so. How does one come to the school to ask questions? Do you walk in the door? Do you call first or email?
You bet. You can call if you don't quite know where we are, or if you know where we are, then come on. We are out on the loop. We are at 1137 Loop 301 East, which if you're headed out of town towards Mount Pleasant on the interstate, you take that 301 exit, and you go back across the interstate like you're headed back
out of north.
Yes, and you'll see our sign, and just come on in, and you can talk with Miss Dana. She'll probably be the first face that you'd see right there as you walk in, and she can help you, or Miss Jocelyn or myself. If you just ask for Rob Stanley, and they'll walk you back, or they'll call me up, and we'll get you going. And I mean, we'll have you in there. We'll have you in there quick, and walk you through the process, and you'll see that it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Another thing is it's a good time, because we do have some money that PJC is providing for their students. $1,000 for a full-time student, as long as they're enrolled at ORD with at least 15 hours, and $500 to a part-time student, and we have to be the degree-seeking institution. So, that doesn't apply to dual credit students or or what we call transient students. But if
Okay.
they're our students, then that money is available coming up. So.
Good to know, because now is the time. And so with just like 1 minute left, we still have days left to enroll.
Absolutely. We're enrolling today. Come by and see us today or the rest of this week. We have our special one and done registration event that is tomorrow. We'll have some people from main campus that can come so that we can kind of expedite things. And then we're still going to, if you missed this week, come and see us Monday or Tuesday. I'm betting we could still get you in. Classes do start Monday, so we don't want to delay. But like I say, if you miss it, don't let that stop you. Come on. We'll see what we can get figured out.
Thank you very much, Rob Stanley, for coming in to tell us all about PJC.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate the opportunity.
We wish you a great school year ahead.